Daniel chapter 4. Nebuchadnezzar the king sends his greetings to all the people, nations, and languages dwelling throughout the earth. May peace abound among you. I found it necessary to share the remarkable signs and wonders that the Most High God has performed in my life. His signs are truly magnificent, and His wonders are profoundly powerful. His kingdom is eternal, and His dominion spans generations. At one point I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at rest in my palace and thriving in my kingdom. During this time, I had a dream that filled me with fear. The thoughts on my bed and the visions in my head deeply troubled me. As a result, I issued a decree to summon all the wise men of Babylon to interpret my dream. Magicians, astrologers, Chaldeans, and soothsayers came before me. I shared the details of my dream with them, but they could not provide an interpretation. However, a man named Daniel, also known as Belteshazzar, entered my presence. I recognized that he possessed the spirit of the holy gods, so I revealed the specifics of my dream to him and requested its interpretation. In my dream, I saw a towering tree at the center of the earth, its immense height reaching the heavens and visible to the ends of the earth. It bore lush leaves and abundant fruit, sustaining all creatures. Beasts found refuge beneath it, and birds nested in its branches. It provided nourishment for all living beings. Within the dream, I also witnessed a watcher and a holy one descending from heaven. The watcher proclaimed that the tree should be cut down, its branches removed, its leaves scattered, and its fruit dispersed. Beasts and birds should depart from under it, leaving only the stump with a band of iron and brass in the tender grass of the field. The tree would be drenched with the dew of heaven, and the one to whom it referred would have the heart of a beast, enduring this state for 7 times. This decree was issued by the watchers, and the holy ones ordained it to demonstrate that the Most High God reigns over the kingdom of men. He bestows authority upon whomever He chooses, even the most humble. The dream deeply troubled me, and I knew that the wise men of Babylon could not interpret it. Yet I had faith that Daniel, filled with the spirit of the holy gods, could provide the interpretation. Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, was perplexed for an hour upon hearing the dream's details. I reassured him, urging him not to be distressed by the dream or its interpretation. He then explained that the tree symbolized me, King Nebuchadnezzar. I had risen to great power and might, and my dominion extended to the ends of the earth. The watcher's message to cut down the tree and leave only a stump with a band of iron and brass signified that I would be cast out from human society and made to dwell with the beasts, consuming grass like oxen for 7 times. This was a divine decree from the Most High, intended to teach me that He rules over the kingdom of men. The interpretation further clarified that after this humbling experience, my kingdom would be restored once I acknowledged the sovereignty of the heavens. I took this counsel to heart, resolved to turn away from my sins, and show mercy to the poor, seeking to extend my tranquility. And so, as Daniel had interpreted, the events unfolded. After 12 months, I strolled within the palace of Babylon, boasting of the magnificent city I had built. But as I spoke these words, a voice from heaven declared that my kingdom had departed from me. I was driven away from human society, dwelling with the beasts of the field, and consuming grass like oxen for 7 times, until I acknowledged that the Most High God reigns over the kingdom of men and appoints rulers according to His will. When the appointed time concluded, I lifted my eyes to heaven, and my sanity was restored. I praised and blessed the Most High God, the eternal ruler whose dominion spans generations. I recognize that the inhabitants of the earth are of little consequence, and God acts as He sees fit in both the heavens and on earth. None can question or challenge His actions. With my sanity restored, my kingdom, honor, and glory were returned to me. My advisors and nobles sought my presence, and I was firmly reestablished as king, with even greater majesty. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, offer my praise, exaltation, and honor to the King of heaven, whose works are always true, and whose ways are just. He humbles the proud and exalts the humble.